Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Vince, and this is the Chef Smalls. He's a chef at a restaurant here in Duluth, Georgia called Nuna, and he's here with me today to have lunch. We're going to make lunch together. Some fried red snapper,
collard green fried rice.
Sit down and talk about the chef life. What is it like being a chef? What he does as a chef? What his day is like? And all of those things. So stick around. We'll be right back. All right, Phil, thanks again for stopping by.
My pleasure.
It's going to be my pleasure because I'm curious about this kimchi fried rice.
Yeah,
So I'm really curious. I can't wait to taste it. Where you from?
Born and raised St. Petersburg, Florida.
Florida,
baby.
Really?
Yeah, Florida, baby.
Isn't that a retirement town?
It is, actually. Beach town, lazy town.
Okay.
But I grew up on the south side of the city. Not a whole lot going on, but we made it do what it do. I was in the hood, but I was 10 minutes away from the beach.
Wow.
I ride a bike, I go crabbing, fishing, shrimping. I can do all that.
All that right there in Florida.
Right there in Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. How'd you make your way to Atlanta?
I was in law enforcement, so went to the greatest HBCU on the planet, Bethune-Cookman University.
Is that the greatest?
You can't have an HBCU without BCU. That's how we do.
That's how
we do. Matriculated there, and then got my degree, and then started in law enforcement. From there, went to Charlotte in law enforcement, having a bunch of fun, and then we came down here, same thing, and my body and God had another plan, and now we doing this here, and it has been the funnest since I started cooking.
Is it how you got into cooking? How'd you get into cooking?
How I got into cooking was I'm a latchkey kid.
Okay.
Came home, got off the bus. I was supposed to be in the house by myself, 6 or 7 years old, but
a lot of us
started making fried bologna sandwiches. And,
wait, with the red?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, mustard.
Yes, sir.
White bread.
Well,
That sandwich.
Yeah, my bologna has the first name. Yes, sir. And so, started making those, and started, being hungry. Well, 2 bologna sandwiches didn't do it. Got to figure out something else when I get home off the bus. And we just kept growing into this whole cooking thing, and then went across the street to my grandmama's house, and she kind of just helped me with some things, and that was it. I would see her cook 3 hot meals a day for my grandfather.
Okay.
Unless my grandfather wanted cereal, my grandmother cooked 3 hot meals a day. And so I saw what she did, and it just stuck. Felt like it was something I should be doing.
Okay.
But, that wasn't the life for us kids growing up in Southside St. Pete. Being a chef was not something that you told you should do, or you could do. It's the big jobs, the big
good
thing.
Government job.
Yeah, good. Yeah, absolutely.
You can retire from.
Sustainability. That's what they were.
Okay.
So,
We're going to take a pause. Let's get started on this. Start me with these collard greens. What we doing here?
Okay, so we're gonna peel the collard greens. If you don't know about collard greens, you got to peel them. You got to take the stem off. The stems are really inedible. So you're going to peel them, pop your stem, and then we're going to do something called chiffonade. So you get them, get your greens here, put your onion up there.
I got a bad hand.
Heard that. And then you're going to get or you can do it the quick way with the knife. And then you're gonna roll your greens up. Pop them out right here. Quick little cut. Quick little cut. All the way down. And you're gonna have these ribbons. Chiffonade. Real easy, real simple. And, we got our wok going right here. So drop your little oil in there. And then I'm gonna add to my wok, I'm gonna add a little bit of onion. Now,
do you prefer yellow onion, white onion, red onion?
When I'm cooking, I prefer Vidalia to Maui sweet.
Okay.
I mean, you gotta have some balance depending on what it is. But I prefer yellow, white. I use red only on certain dishes. I use red as finishers, pickling them, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. It's a little difficulty here. We'll just make this work. Yeah, and then we're gonna julienne a little bit of onion. Call that. Wow. And so I'm gonna drop my onion down first. Hot walk. Woo, 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 woo. Hot walk. Put your onion in there. Go with it for a second. Let's go with it for a quick second. Oh, get your onion going. Drop your greens in. Take some of yours.
Typically, in southern collard greens, smoked meat, chicken broth, different types of broth, and all of that. The flavor profile, what's this like?
So when you tasting this, collard greens very earthy, a little bitter.
A little bitter, yeah.
So with this right here, when you're doing something like this, it's a quick braise. So I'm gonna put water in here, and then a little bit of I'm gonna use some of this blackening seasoning and salt.
Salt.
And I salt things in layers.
Yeah. Because you can't unsalt it.
That part. And then if you try to put it at the end, sometimes it's overly salty.
It's just salty because you taste the salt sitting on top.
Yeah. So, braise it down. You don't want the greens to go too far because, typically collard greens take about an hour to cook.
But because these are
Chiffonade, it's going to be quick, 10, 15 minutes. Let them cook now, and then we get it rolling at that point. And because it's in a wok and the heat's high, and you want high heat with this. You don't want to cook anything low. You're a little scared. Might not be the dish for you.
It's not the dish for you.
It's not the dish for you. But yeah, you just let these cook down and let them braise for a second. I got my blackening seasoning in there. I got my salt in there. All of this doing is just marrying flavors with that onion. That onion is going to provide a little bit more acidity to help break down those greens.
Okay. Tell me your journey to becoming a chef.
Journey to becoming a chef. At a great HBCU, BCU. I sold plates out of my room. I cooked everywhere. At everybody's party. I was the grill guy. I did all the kickback. I did the things.
Okay.
And so, it was in me. It was inherent. Like I just cooked. In law enforcement, just cooked. Any party, any gathering we had, I just cooked. And so when I got hurt, and trying to formulate another plan, it was natural. Let's go in the kitchen.
Just reverted back to what you learned from grandma.
Absolutely. And so going in the kitchen provided another avenue for me to express myself, for me to work, make money, of course, but it's also purpose. And so it felt real good. So now my water is drying up and you're starting to get all that steaming evaporate and the greens are reducing and getting tender. As you can see, they're just breaking down a little bit. They're starting to get real tender. Nothing overly crazy. Let them keep going. And then we're going to add the kimchi in next.
Kimchi in there.
And when you
lay it on flavor then.
Yeah, you're going to lay it on flavor. And the reason why I'm putting kimchi in now is because kimchi, like in the South, we do cabbage and kimchi. We do cabbage and collard.
And what is kimchi after the name?
Kimchi is fermented cabbage.
Fermented.
A Napa cabbage or they're like cucumber kimchi. Yeah. There's pear kimchi. But it is a series of peppers, onion, red pepper flakes, salt, that kind of thing. And it's sitting for 20, 30 days. Some kimchi is sat for 6 months to even close to a year. So other than that, I mean, that kimchi helps break it down and we add that flavor profile to the dish. And because I love Asian food, they marry and they work.
How do you get into Asian food?
Mama Chicken.
First of all, did you make this kimchi?
No, I did not make this kimchi. You can find it at your local Asian store. No, I did not. The kimchi that I am working on is a pear kimchi. It's a sweeter kimchi, Asian pear thinly sliced with Korean pepper flakes, salt, and just a little bit of rice wine vinegar in there. And we're pressing it down and seeing how it works. Okay. Takes about 4 months. Backtrack, yeah. And so my journey through cooking, worked in my first restaurant was Dreamland Barbecue, and I knew being a pitmaster wasn't the only thing I was supposed to do.
Okay.
So I reached out, stretched out. One of my friends said, "Come work in the kitchen with me." I started off as a fry cook, worked my way up to saute. Saute and grill guy are the men in the kitchen. If you work on saute or grill, you the guy. Then I started
getting that Dreamland.
No, this is not at Dreamland. This is at the spot called a craft
So
spot.
back to Dreamland. You said first kitchen.
First kitchen.
What's involved with being a pitmaster?
Hard work. A lot of smoke. A lot of fire.
Okay.
A lot of burns.
Okay.
But it's honestly knowing meat, knowing how to butcher.
Okay.
Just because ribs come in, we're gonna turn this down just a second. Just because ribs come in already cut, you still gotta butcher it and cut it to the way that makes the rib cook smoothly, or to the pork butt make it cook smoothly. So it's a lot of butchering. And then the grill did all the work. You just there to make sure it didn't burn.
So you create the cut, let the grill do its thing.
Absolutely.
Okay.
If you at home, 4th of July just passed, Labor Day is coming. Leave the meat alone. Put it there. Let the grill work.
Just let the grill do its thing.
Let the grill work. That's why you bought it. Let it work.
Wait, so when I'm cooking a steak, should I
No, leave
One
it
time.
alone.
one flip and
Some people are the one flip method. I might, if I'm cooking a steak on a grill, I do quarter turns every 30 to 60 seconds, just so that it's an even cooking. I don't care about grill marks. Grill marks look real pretty, but your steak
if your steak don't taste good,
don't taste
grill
good.
marks don't.
Grill marks don't do nothing. So quarter turns every 30 to 60 seconds. Once I get develop that crust, flip it on the other side. Quarter turn. I do a medium steak.
Medium.
I pull it off and let it rest. I do not tint my steak. Tinting the steak only cooks it more. The heat has nowhere to escape to.
Yeah.
So we do that. Let it rest. Cut it. Slice it. We got dinner or lunch, whatever. So. No, you don't do a whole lot of touching. Let the grill do the work. Let the pan do the work.
Okay. So you left Dreamland.
I left Dreamland, went to a spot called the Craft Spot. Worked there, worked my way through the ranks. And the kitchen manager, then I became the corporate kitchen manager because we had 5 kitchens. Left there and then went to an Indian spot.
Indian.
Yes.
I love Indian food.
Yeah, like Indian food is fire.
Yes.
Southern Indian food is really the best to me. Northern Indian food is the curries, the tikkas.
Yeah.
It's the real royal, regal type food. But Southern Indian food, if you've ever had Southern Indian food, and West Caribbean food or West Indian food,
West Indian, Trinidadian.
There's some similarities. Roti,
Definitely.
festival, yeah, those kind of things.
Breads, yeah.
Yeah, all those things have connection to Southern India. So,
And surprisingly, Trinidad, the Caribbean, you find a large Indian population that would say, I'm Trinidadian,
yep,
but they look like
yep,
an Indian or
absolutely.
Indian Asian person,
Pakistani,
Pakistani and all
yep,
that.
absolutely.
So they have a large population there.
And so left there, working there for about a year and a half. Went to another Indian kitchen, had a short stay there, worked at an Asian kitchen, and then I took a break from cooking. I had my son, and then we started Small Bites Dining Company. Pandemic hit, I had to figure out life. So I started cooking out of my house, selling all the things.
Yeah.
And then dinner parties started coming.
All right. So hold that thought. We're going to get back to
Okay.
that. Small Bites, we're going to come to that. Let's finish this up.
Heard that.
I'm going to,
You gonna crank this back up?
we're going to crank these up. We're going to get this. You just use your,
Absolutely.
for your, let's get this cool going.
A little blackening seasoning going in cornmeal. And then, last but not least, I always gotta put pinch of salt. And it's a pinch. Pinch.
You want to shake the jar in there?
No, don't put the jar in there. Just a little pinch of salt will do you. So
Okay.
we frying snapper. Snapper is one of my favorite fishes. I caught them religiously. I don't care.
That's
Growing up in Florida, where
where
you went out to throw a line at, you were gonna catch some type of snapper. Whether it's red snapper, mutton snapper, mangrove snapper, you were gonna catch some type of snapper or redfish or amberjack. One of the fish that I love personally, but people don't like is sheephead. Buttery, flaky. Yep, see? Yeah, yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, see? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Or mullet.
I'm in for mullet. Surprise.
Yeah, but so we had a smoke. Bless you.
Excuse me. Thank you.
But that was the thing. So we take our snapper.
You need some gloves or you straight?
I'm good. If you too scared to get dirty in the kitchen, don't come in.
Or get burnt.
That part, because it happens. Batter your fish up. Some people do put hot sauce on it. That's cool. I like the taste of my fish with some seasoning, not seasoning with my fish.
Okay.
So, you know.
You mean fish with your seasoning?
That part.
You don't like fish with your seasoning?
No.
Yeah.
No. I
do like spicy though. I would like it, if it's blackening, add an extra cayenne.
Okay.
And I'm good with that because I like the spice on it. I don't want to have to add the hot sauce. Although I like hot sauce, I like the spice on my fish.
That's I like to add hot sauce. you know, me and hot sauce get along real well.
Your hot sauce are friends.
Facts. And so oil gets hot. Make sure you test your oil. You don't want to boil your fish at all.
Yeah. So your oil has to be hot.
Absolutely.
That's what's going to give you a crispiness.
Absolutely.
You don't want to sit in the oil. The oil just absorbs onto your fish, and now you have a greasy mess.
Facts. Yeah. So so we got one piece here. Our kimchi has.
Next question about this. So some people I've seen, they'll have their fish kind of moist. I like to pat my dry, but they'll sit so the cornmeal will actually, build up on it to create a crust like that. Do you do that?
No. I like my fish
a thin crust.
A thin crust. If you do a thicker crust, number one, it takes longer to cook. Your fish can dry out.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
good to know. Quick fry. Coming out that water, when grandma had the grits and the grease ready, it had to be quick.
Fish had to catch up.
Facts. So we're gonna take that.
So we ready, I believe. We're sizzling.
Yes, sir. It's dancing.
All right.
It's two of us eating, so you got to drop two pieces of fish in now. We can't.
So don't be scared of the oil. You can just lay it in there. If you drop it, it's going to splash and you're going to burn yourself, which you're trying to avoid anyway. If you prefer skin side down or skin side up when you drop it in?
No, when I'm frying, to me, it doesn't matter. Only when I'm blackening or grilling do I prefer that my fish go skin side down first. Right into your oil.
So we're good. Couple minutes. You flip.
We there.
All right.
And so over here, my greens have cooked now. My kimchi added. Now I'm pushing my heat up.
Look at this beautiful red snapper. Look at this beautiful red snapper.
Make sure the eyes are clear. If the eyes are muddy, you don't want that fish. If it smells fishy, you don't want that fish.
It should smell like the ocean.
Fact.
Right where it came from.
So now, kimchi cooking up. We're going to go get our rice. Day-old rice. Don't use fresh rice when you're doing fried rice. Gotta be a day old. Pop your rice in. And you let it work from there. Now, I've dropped rice, I dropped kimchi. What I gotta do?
Layer in some salt.
Put in just a little bit of salt. You're like, what all the seasoning there? The kimchi and the collard greens, the onions are going to do the flavoring themselves.
Let me see the kimchi. So what's the red in here?
So you have a gochugaru, which is a Korean red pepper flake.
Okay.
And then you have a little bit of fish or shrimp sauce, depending on the family recipe.
Okay.
And then you have salt.
Spices.
You have your Napa cabbage, and it's all pressed down. And then we put in yellow sriracha. Uh-oh. Got to take the flavor seal off. Make sure it's fresh.
Is there a difference in the flavor of the yellow sriracha and the red? What's the difference?
Yellow sriracha is used with yellow pepper versus red sriracha is used with Fresno or some other chilies that they like to use. They can use Thai chilies, they can use Tiber chilies, but they use the yellow chili with these. So long pepper, Hungarian sweet pepper, and they use a lot of garlic in the regular sriracha. This has no garlic in it.
Right. Okay.
And this is just it's a milder version of the sriracha. I like it because we have a savory fried fish.
Mm-hmm.
We have the bitterness of the collard green. We have the sharpness of the onion. We have the tartness of the kimchi. Gotta have something to sweeten it up. Just a tad.
Okay.
Just a tad. All right, so we're about there. We are about there. Gonna get our fish out.
All right. A light golden brown.
And make sure when the thing you walk, make sure you break up your rice clump. Break up your rice clump. Shouldn't have any. Should have nice, easy, loose rice. And because we're in the South, I like using Carolina Gold rice. Carolina Gold is a rice grain that's indigenous to Africa that was brought over here in Charleston that they grow a whole lot. And so we're fusing Southern and Seoul, Korean, Asian. I use the Carolina Gold. It is a short grain, medium grain rice, but when you do typical fried rice, you do a long grain rice.
Long grain, yes.
So short grain rice for the South. I always got to make sure the South is represented very well.
I was going to ask you, is that your nod to people?
Absolutely. I'm always going to absolutely.
Okay.
I'm always add something from the South in what I do.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna put 3 in here.
This look like a good Friday night to me.
Man, talk about a fish fry.
In facts, like a good Friday night for me. And that's how we grew up. That's how we grew up on
That's
Friday
how we
night.
grew up. Friday night fish fry.
Absolutely.
Or in Jersey, Friday night, Saturday morning, it would be crabs.
Really?
It'd be crabs.
Talk to me about that.
Oh man. So we have not the soft shell crab.
Okay.
But just a Maryland blue crab.
Okay.
Boil them, Old Bay, peel them. Some people beer crabs is going down. Of course, we're younger, so it'd be like red Kool-Aid, whole lot of sugar, and the crabs, and just eat.
On Saturday morning.
Like afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Noon to 3.
Okay, noon to 3, because
Go down to the fish market. They would get bushels.
Yeah.
They would get bushels of crabs.
Yeah.
For the whole family and friends, everybody come over. It's crabs and drinks.
Look, that sound like my Saturday afternoon, but we boiled ours.
Okay.
So we might put some turkey necks, a little garlic, some
In the crab?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You have some eggs, sausage, potatoes, corn, and
That sounds like that Louisiana crab boil.
So it just migrated to Florida. We turned it and did it our way.
Okay.
You have your eggs in there. You said Kool-Aid or
Something to drink.
Something to drink. My people didn't really drink beer. They drank other things.
The hooch.
Now they don't drink Hennessy. Can't even lie to you. They gonna drink some Hennessy. Can't lie to you. Had a little mix. Yeah, but that was our Saturday afternoon.
So let me ask you this. So how you said it's this or that and food kind of moves around. That's how we kind of came up with the fusion.
Absolutely.
What's your favorite kind of fusion?
My favorite kind of fusion, honestly, is really anything Asian fused. If you look at the landscape of culture across the world, food connects us by some stretch of the imagination. Asians have chicken and rice. Southerners have chicken and rice. The Europeans have chicken and rice.
Yeah.
And we fuse, not haphazardly, we fuse without even knowing it, because it's just a part of
what you do culturally connects with somebody else's culture.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I always say if you get to know the food, you can get to know the people.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. And so whether it is chicken tikka or chicken and rice at my grandma's house, it's still chicken and rice.
It's still chicken and rice.
The sauces may be different, but it's still chicken and rice.
Well, you have dirty rice with some chicken.
Absolutely. It's just from fried chicken.
Chicken and rice. It's all chicken and rice.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, stick around. We're going to keep this conversation going. We're going to finish up this food, and we will be right back. Phil, everything looks amazing. Thank you, sir. Let's dig into this. Your plate, please.
Oh, yes, sir.
Let's dig in. Let's see what you're working with this kimchi rice. Okay.
Right here.
Now, is the fried egg on top typical for
absolutely
kimchi fried rice? Asian?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The added egg adds silkiness, adds a good mouthfeel to it. Just gives it a little bit more moisture to the rice. Sometimes the rice can be dry depending on how hard you cooked it. So I would add the egg just to give it some velvetiness, some texture, give it some luxuriousness to this. So I like it.
Let's dig in.
That's right.
It's gonna break that open. Do you need a knife?
Oh, no. We get to it the right way. I ain't missed a meal yet.
Oh yes, I like the. I really like the. Just all the layers of flavor from the kimchi, like the crunch of the cabbage. Yeah, I like that, and the egg really does add an extra layer of flavor and smoothness.
And if it's too much heat in there from the kimchi, that I mean, and I know you like like a little spicy,
yeah.
But if somebody has it, it might be just a tad bit too spicy. That egg will be able to calm it down a tad. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but that crunch on that fish, crunch on that fish is crazy.
Yeah, as always, red snapper is a winner. Always a winner.
Nice light white fish, clean.
Yeah, and because it's not over seasoned, you taste the fish,
Absolutely.
which has a good flavor. All right, I'm gonna throw some fast questions at you. Unrelated, I want to see where your palate is at. All right, so steak or lamb?
Depending. Depending. Steak.
Okay. Seafood or chicken?
Anything out to sea any day.
Okay, over chicken?
Absolutely. Barnyard pimp is good, but hey, that's what he is. He the king.
That's funny.
You can find him everywhere around the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pork or bison?
Bison.
Over a pork chop?
Porky Pig will not see my table at all.
Do you eat pork at all?
No. Haven't eaten pork in almost 7 years.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, inflammation, rheumatoid arthritis, that whole
The negative effects on your health.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, but there are great quality pieces of pork out there. Berkshire, Newman pork, great pieces of pork. Just don't get along with them.
They are not your friend.
No.
Okay.
Either it's high blood pressure or diabetes.
Okay. That's all for that. We were talking earlier about fusion.
Yep.
For you, what's your favorite fusion?
My favorite fusion. Well, my first fusion, I got introduced to Indo-Chinese. But I think my favorite fusion right now is somewhere between like a French Asian feel. I'm getting ready to go to Canada here, so
Okay.
want to do
French Canada?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, trying to get that feel of what they're doing up there. One of my good friends, he works DHS up there, so he like it's a good food scene up here. You might want to come try. So,
Okay.
huh.
Montreal.
Yes.
Okay.
We're gonna go to Montreal.
Toronto's very diverse.
But that's the other thing. We're gonna swing to
They're gonna swing through there too.
yes.
Okay.
And then we're gonna come back through Buffalo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
You know,
When you travel, are food stops a must?
absolutely. Preferably somebody on the side of the road. Like
Eat what the locals eat.
absolutely. I do not want to look like a tourist anywhere I go.
Okay.
So when in Cali, we're doing the fruit stands and taco stands on the side of the
Definitely.
road. When I go to Seattle, I'm going to Pike's Place. I'm going to any place that's doing something fresh. Poke, side of the road type grooves. Hole in the walls are my favorites. If it's big and touristy, got big bright lights, I'm probably
Stay
not
away.
going. I'm probably not going.
When in New Orleans, you go to the gas station.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
They have the best food.
Yeah, we're going to get some yaki, man. Getting some second.
Yeah,
Going to the
yeah.
second line. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So why Asian fusion?
I love the culture. The culture is peaceful, serene. Culture is about discipline. And then it's integrated into the food, the artistry of it. But then diaspora cooking is something that is near and dear to me. I grew up with a grandmother who cooked everything in lard. I grew up with a grandmother who had the Crisco can on the stove. Yeah,
with the different types of grease, the
absolutely.
bacon grease, fish grease.
Yes, and you don't mix them.
You
can't mix them. But diaspora cooking is something that I learned to enjoy because, like, I'm be honest with you, I didn't learn how to cook collard greens until almost 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I didn't cook all of the normal Southern things growing up. I wanted to cook the other things first.
Okay.
And then as I got a request for certain things, I would call home. Hey, how you cook this? How you cook that? Because I grew up eating it, but I never knew how to cook it. So mixing it with diaspora cooking, over fire cooking, wood fire cooking is something that I'm learning.
Okay.
And that is where we get our roots from.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Is that becoming your favorite? Right?
It's
Open,
becoming
open flame, open
yes,
fire.
open fire cooking, because you get an element of smokiness. It is the challenge of it, because you got to know how to control the wood. You got to know how to work your pans if you're using pans, or if you're using it as a grill. So man fire food has always been something that's always been around. It's just now it's just showing up in a different element, in a more refined and robust way.
And you have plenty of restaurants that are strictly
Yes.
just that.
We're doing everything from charred salads to even dessert, smoking sweet potatoes. We did a sweet smoked potato souffle. Smoke the potatoes, actually, or throw them in the coal and let them just roast that way. Get a natural sweetness and a natural honey off the sweet potato. Like it does something completely different to the food.
And adds extra flavor.
Absolutely. A depth of flavor like none other.
Yeah. I love that stuff. You know what I like on the grill? Mac and cheese.
All right, now you done went on to
Man,
it's a depth of flavor you cannot get anywhere else.
I love that. That
Now-
smokiness. Yeah.
Now you add seafood to it, or you just keep it.
Well, you got to. I like the straight mac and cheese.
Okay.
The straight mac and cheese, because the cheese and the smoke go well together.
Absolutely. Yes.
So I like that.
Absolutely. Not that.
If I'm going to add something to it, I'm gonna have to add your friend at the end on the top with a little bacon on the grill, and I'm have to. Yeah, I got to do it.
Watch yourself. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's pressure. Not blood pressure, but I'm pretty sure it's some good pressure.
Good. What is a typical day like for you as a chef?
Ooh, answering a lot of calls, answering emails, sourcing food, seeing what the latest trend is, looking up different price points, seeing what people are doing. I try to stay off of social media during my business hours from like 10 to 6. But other than that, like I'm looking through articles, reading, watching, just seeing what people are doing. Then I get in the kitchen and cook at some point in time in the day, whether I go to work or I'm working for myself. At some point, I'm on the stove doing something every day.
Every single day.
Yes, keep the skills sharp, keep them fresh, but also, trying out new techniques. You got to keep pushing
Always learning.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because it's an ever evolving career field. It's an ever evolving craft. If you stay stuck, you're gonna be eating Waldorf salad and putting raisins. And putting raisins in your chicken salad, and it's 2035.
Wow. Do you think social media has what effect do you think social media has on the culinary world? Me personally, I think some good, some bad.
Absolutely.
The bad for me is people see that's popular. I want that, not knowing that it's really not that good, but it's just popular.
That part.
But I think the positive is you get exposed to new different things.
Absolutely. It's the exposure positive.
Yeah.
It is the delusion negative. You're not going to come and ask for, lamb chops for 50 people for $1,000.
Not knowing what it costs.
That part.
For the rack.
That part. And then you want it stuffed. Well, really, you can't stuff a real rack of lamb because the lamb is only about 2 ounces.
Right.
So you're asking for an impossible task because somebody did it for 4 pieces. You want it for 50. And then when we send you the bill, labor's included.
So much?
Yeah, labor's included. Yeah, it's just not the food. And then you see the artistry of so many people, but then the downside of it is, guys will underbid you or undercut you the moment you post your pricing.
Right. And
then you're like, well, theirs look great. Yours tastes great, but can you make yours look like theirs? That's not my lane. My lane is here. And that's what I do. Like, that's the good and the bad. But also the other part of it is I'm able to connect with so many people from around the country and around the world. I literally had, on one of my last videos that I collaborated with some influencers on, 157,000 people have seen the food. And people have just connected from around the nation, a couple people from around the world. And I'm like totally excited about it.
Same. I think that's definitely a positive.
Absolutely.
Speaking of lanes, why are chefs so competitive? Not you and I, but I know chefs that compete, and I don't know if they understand your lane, your flavor profile. This is you. That's what you do. You're going to be good at that. I'm not trying to make what you make. You're not. Why do they compete so much?
I think it's the natural aggression that the arena carries, but then I think it is the quest to be the best, and so it's competition, competition, competition. Not understanding that what I'm bringing to the table may benefit you, and what you're bringing to the table may benefit me. So we can compete because food is very subjective. Your salt palate and my salt palate are going to be completely different in tasting, but what you just brought was something that I may have never seen before. What I brought, you may have experienced, but just not experienced in the same way.
The same, yeah.
And so the collaboration and the connectivity is not there. It is the pursuit of money and the pursuit of that belt. That I gotta be the best.
Okay, but is it really the best? It's all subjective.
It's very subjective. The short answer is no. But everybody has their guy or their
this
people.
Is my favorite.
Yeah.
This is my preferred.
Yeah.
I like what he does.
Yeah, but right now, if you look on Food Network, Bobby Flay, is king. Yeah. But before him, we had Martha Stewart and Julia Childs. Yeah, we had Alton Brown. We had, so many people who have paved the way to get people there.
Jax Pepin.
Yes. You had all these people who were the GOATs of their time.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all, what's the word? Comes in stages. Everybody's going to get their chance to shine.
Absolutely. It's progressive. You're in the time. Your turn is next. Just be prepared for when it comes.
Be prepared, yeah. My older brother used to always tell me that. There's no such thing as luck. Just be prepared for the opportunity when it presents itself.
Absolutely.
So you got to stay ready. Yep. Got to keep learning.
Keep evolving. Keep growing.
I got to eat some more of this.
Heard that. Let me Heard that. Yeah, this is me on a plate. This is me.
This is you.
Growing up in Florida.
And you now.
Mm-hmm. The culture that I love and the culture that and where I'm headed to.
Yeah. Me on the plate, I think it's definitely the fish, but mine is more of a Caribbean fried rice.
Heard that.
That would be mine. Like those flavors, that would be my fusion. Like the Afro-Caribbean. Yeah.
And there's so many areas of Afro, Caribbean, Latin, if you really look at it, like if you look at where the African diaspora took us.
Oh, yeah.
We've landed in so many places.
Listen, people don't even realize that the largest concentration of people from Africa, outside of Africa, is Brazil.
Absolutely. Central, Southern, America.
That's the closest place to Africa. That's where they are. So
facts.
That's. I'm eating some more.
And it's just enough heat to make you want to come right back to it.
Yeah. Next time, 2 eggs.
Heard that. Okay, we can give you that. Now this snapper, make sure you miss the bones when you eat it, please.
Yeah. When you fillet it, you got to make sure you take your time to get all the pin bones out.
Cause I'm a Florida baby, and my grandma put some white bread with this just in case you get a bone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you do.
Mm-hmm. Eat that bread, that bone, gonna throw down, and you keep on going. Because you ain't gonna miss a beat with this fish.
So tell me about Small Bites Dining Co. and how it all came about. And what is that? What's that?
Small Bites Dining Company is my co-op. That's my crew. That's me and my homies doing amazing things in the kitchen. Small Bites Dining Company started out of necessity when the pandemic hit and work was short. I had to figure out some way to express myself. And I started cooking out of my house and selling crab bags, and my kid was with me. We were taking food across Atlanta, and it was fun. But then it got really serious, and you got to really provide for a family at that point. Shouts out to my wife and the kids for taking care of me. You gotta you got to hold it down.
You definitely do.
And so you had to take care of it. You had to take care of it. So learning became the thing, and you had to level up.
And that was the start of it all.
That was the start of it all. I think I had like $100 in one account and got my business license, and when I got a business bank account, and we just been rolling ever since. So,
okay. So what's the concept of it?
Initially it was catering. It's catering, but now on the back end, I want my own restaurant. I want to introduce a level of Afro-Caribbean and fusion food to the world that you might know. You know oxtails, you know fried fish, you know fried rice. Just want to put my spin on it.
As a fusion.
Absolutely. You know steak, but I want to put my fusion on steak my way.
What's your fusion on? What's your spin on oxtails?
So, I got like 3 of them, but the one that works for me the most is the soy braised oxtails. Soy, ginger, sesame oil, a little bit of brown sugar in there, some chicken stock, a little gochujang, and we braise those.
And what do you serve that with?
I serve it with this collard green fried rice.
I'm gonna have to try that.
We definitely can do it. We definitely can do it.
To try that. That's definitely a different spin. All the base flavors for Asian food.
Absolutely.
I like that.
But it's the same thing that we sear off oxtails or we grill them off, throw them in there.
Just let them braise into different sauce.
Absolutely. And then, make a nice luxurious, reduction to go over that. Some sesame seeds, probably some scallion, nice egg, and
yeah, that's coming up next.
Yeah. We'll be back. Promise you we'll be back.
Can you tell me what not your own personal, not something you cook, but what's one of your favorite dining experiences?
Ooh.
Out of the places you've been, maybe even grandma, could be anything. Like
I got 3 that come to mind. Okay, first one, I don't care who you are, you cannot beat my grandmother's Salisbury steak. I don't care who you are, you can't beat my grandmother's Salisbury steak.
Can't beat grandma's.
Whether it was rice and mashed potatoes, she was giving me cabbage, fried cabbage at that, hot water cornbread, and she was making sweet tea or lemonade. That was, if grandma cooked that,
that's a win.
Shut it down. I'm going to go to sleep on the couch. It's a wrap. I wasn't going home. My mom was coming to look for me. She knew I was going to be on my grandma's couch sleep. That, I think my second one, where was I? I was going to Mobile. Came off the side of the road. Guy had a little barbecue stand.
Mm-hmm.
Just flat out.
Some of the best barbecue
I've ever had in my life. Don't really remember his name. And I'm not even trying to be funny. If he's there today, I would go back and holler at him and give him all my money. But the chicken was tender. It was great. The ribs were phenomenal. Not overly soft. That's what I was eating, pork. The sides were crazy. Like you talking about the smoked mac and cheese. Macaroni and cheese had that smoke to them. The candy yams had that smoke to them. The greens had a little bit of that smoke to them. The baked beans had a little bit of that smoke to them. And it was just a flat out delicious meal. I think my last one, I had garlic noodles in San Francisco. Changed my life. Dungeness crab. Ate one plate. Hey, run that back again. Put another one down. Ate half of it. Took the rest of it to the hotel. I ate again.
The garlic noodles.
Fire. Super simple.
Yeah.
Easy food. Beautiful.
It just tastes delicious.
Tastes delicious with a whole Dungeness crab.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it was crazy. And it was super simple. Like, they didn't garnish it crazy. They didn't put, a bunch of seasoning in it. I tasted crab.
Let the food speak for itself.
Yes.
What does food mean to you? Like when I listen to you talk about food, eyes light up. What does food mean to you?
Food is a love language.
Food is
a love language. That's my love language. If I cook for you, that means I love you in some way, shape, or form. I ain't talking about my paid clients. Yeah, even y'all know, I'm gonna put my heart on the plate. But food is the connector. That's why I can lean into this just for a second. My pop-up is called Soul to Soul. Like, food is the way that we all, we can connect, whether it's a cheeseburger or a payday or a lollipop. In some way, shape, or form, there's a memory connected to it. Yeah. And so we're able to connect over it. Food is that thing that connects us all together, because we all got to eat.
We all got to eat.
Some way, shape, or form, whether you vegan or, a meatitarian.
It's definitely the memories and all that associated with it.
Absolutely.
Because you can remember a meal, I don't know the person's name, but that stand in Mobile.
Facts.
Yeah. So it creates memories. Yeah, I agree. Food, for me, food is love.
There's no other way to put it. Like, food is love.
I asked you, like, what else you doing other than Small Bites?
Talking about a pop-up from Soul to Soul. It's called Soul to Soul. We're doing pop-ups to prove a concept, a African diaspora cooking with fusion. Once we prove the concept, we're gonna try, work on getting this restaurant open. The Accord will be coming to a city near you super soon. The Accord, oneness, union, harmony. That's
all on one accord.
All on one accord. The food, the art. We're gonna put it all together.
I'm looking forward to the grand opening.
Yeah, we go. It's not gonna be a big one. It's gonna be no more than like 50 seats. I love being in intimate spaces with people, and so it'll probably be an open kitchen concept. You'll get to see, all of us in there, slanging and banging pots and having fun, open fire, having fun cooking.
The people in the kitchen, like, have worked in the kitchen, and the people that work with you on the line, mm-hmm. they kind of become your family.
Absolutely.
And so how important is it for, like, the people you select to work in the kitchen with you, and what they bring, and, like, how important are those people that work on the line with you?
Pivotal. Me and my sous chef, we have something called the dance. Mm-hmm. We go into this locked in mode to where we don't talk. A ticket's called or something is needing to be pushed. We don't talk. We just move, and it's seamless. And it's like two people dancing the entire time. We'll put plates up at the same time. Like, that is the key to pumping out great food and a high volume.
If there's a lot of noise, people talking, people yelling, you got to look at your plate when I come out. You got to make sure it's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, no, I don't. With him?
No, I mean the customer.
Yes.
Because if you hear a lot of noise, you should be weary.
Absolutely.
If it's nice and quiet and they're doing their thing, they got it down, or it just depends on the kitchen.
Depending on the kitchen. Like, sometimes in some kitchens, we have music blasting. Sometimes you heard a bunch of laughter and jokes. Sometimes you would hear the frustration, but no matter what, the food was key. The food was central. We were going to put out amazing food.
Okay. For the home chef, home cook, mm-hmm. the person that's looking at all that stuff on Instagram and watching the Food Network, like, what advice, like, piece of advice for them that will help elevate their plate?
Learn the basics.
Learn the basics.
Learn the basics. Learn the rudiments. Learn the fundamentals. You can't go any higher than what you know from the baseline. I can take one sauce base and make 5 sauces out of it. Mm-hmm. But if you don't know how to make that sauce,
how to make a sauce,
if you don't know how to make an emulsion,
knowing the difference between the sauce, the gravy,
yes,
all of that.
You're
so I actually need to know how to make rice before I can make fried rice.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like, you're going to have to know the basics. As much as you see people, and it pains me sometimes, you see people break the rules of the culinary world, and they make amazing products, but you can't go recreate that if you don't know the rules.
You still have to have a good starting point, good foundation.
Have that baseline.
Okay. My advice would be, buy the best ingredient you can afford. That would be my advice for home cooks. You don't have to buy red snapper, but the best fish you can afford.
Absolutely.
Buy that.
Absolutely.
Or buy the best, rice that you can afford.
Absolutely.
And buy fresh ingredients.
That part.
Fresh is best.
If it's processed, you don't want it. You don't want that processed. If you can't break it down with water, you don't want it.
You can actually taste the difference between fresh herbs and dried herbs.
Absolutely.
Now, some of them you have to dry because they just won't hold, and
That part.
but I think for the most part, you can really taste the difference between.
Public service announcement. If you got that sage from last year in your cabinet, throw it away.
Throw it away. Doesn't
Throw
last
it away.
forever. It's dry.
No, go throw that away. Go get you some new. If you got them herbs from last year, go throw them away and get you some fresh ones. Your grandma said it'll keep, but she didn't tell you the whole story. Throw that away.
So dried herbs don't last indefinitely.
No, they don't. They don't. You know, if it has the expiration date 10 years ago, let that go. Let all of that go. For real. Because they don't work. You're killing yourself. Yeah.
So would it be beneficial to buy fresh, so use it up, and then go buy more fresh versus
Absolutely.
trying to buy dry, have a bunch of it in stock? Don't go buy the big Sam's or Costco's container of it when you know you're not going to use it, and have it for 10 years?
No. If you, first, number one, if you don't cook like that, don't go to Sam's Club.
Don't go to Sam's.
Don't go to Sam's or Costco. Go to the grocery store 2 to 3 times a week. I know that seems like it's a pain, but go to the store. If you want fresh ingredients, you want to live a healthier lifestyle, go get it fresh. I go to the grocery store 2 to 3 times a week. Not really for cooking at a crib, but yeah. But literally, like, go get the fresh stuff. Experiment with the fresh stuff. The fresh stuff will help you learn what it is or why you have to put so much more of the dried stuff, depending on what it is, into your dish. The fresh stuff is just so much more potent, depending on the herb.
Depending on the herb. And you'll get to see the ratio of, if it's fresh, it's this. If it's dry,
Absolutely.
it's this.
Absolutely.
You know, I think that's kind of what's missing in society and why we're also unhealthy, that we don't go to the grocery store as much as we should, and we don't eat as much fresh fruits and vegetables and all those things as much as we should.
I mean, I grew up in an era where McDonald's was a luxury. Burger King was a luxury.
It was a luxury.
Now, you know, McDonald's is primary. A guy said it was easier for him to go to Chipotle for a year than to go to the grocery store.
He said it's easier?
It's easier, and it's less. It's more cost effective for one person to go to Chipotle for the year than to go to the grocery store. And I'm like, okay, well, if you want that, cool. You know,
I can't believe
I couldn't do it. I don't know, but that's what he said.
For him.
But for me, I want something other than chicken and barbacoa.
Yeah, I need variety.
Facts.
I need diversity in my food. It's good for your body.
Absolutely. I mean, if that's what you like, if that's your thing.
Not a Chipotle guy anyway.
Not really. Shouts out to Chipotle.
Hey, if y'all watch Chipotle, yeah. Do you, as a chef, do you eat out a lot?
Yes and no. Depending on if we're experimenting or learning something, yes.
Oh, you go for research.
Absolutely. I mean, research is key. I've never been to certain countries, but I can learn about the country and the culture through their food. And if somebody who has the title authentic attached to it, I don't necessarily trust it always, but if they are proven, I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go try it. Tom Yum soup is one of my favorite soups of all time. But I had to go through about 4 or 5 restaurants to find.
That's Thai, correct?
Yes. To find the right Tom Yum soup that works for me and my palate.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it can be a little tangy.
A little coconut milk in there helps solve all of it.
Smooth it all out. Yeah.
That part. So, you know, if you are looking for something to try differently, go experience it with the appetizers. That you can't really
go
go
a little
wrong.
bit of everything.
Yeah, get a little bit of everything.
And I think that's an important part of knowing what food is supposed to taste like.
Absolutely.
Like an Indian dish, this is what it tastes like.
Absolutely.
A Vietnamese dish, this is what it tastes like.
Absolutely.
You want some pho? Oh, this is what the broth is supposed to taste like.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
You know, that stuff in the store that's processed and canned is it, but it has too many preservatives. Go try it from somebody who really put their heart into it. I promise you it'll taste 10 times better.
10 times better.
Yep.
Yeah. I agree. When you travel, name a place where if I know I'm going here, I'm going to this spot.
Okay, let's do it. If I am going to Miami, I'm going to Mama Lucy's or Snappers. If I'm going To Tampa, I'm going to Yuppies. If I'm going, they closed in Charlotte. It was a chicken coop. Chicken coop. Everything came in a paper box.
Mhm.
It had grease on it, and there was a little old lady who was selling 4 pieces, biscuits and fries for like $8. They was fire. If I am going,
How about Atlanta?
If I'm pulling up here and I am out of town, I'm a tourist. I'm going to Few Pizza.
Okay.
PHEW, fire. I'm going to TC's Kitchen. He's his food truck. I'm going to my place where I work, Nuna. I am going to Pizza Kitchen 99. KFC, Korean fried chicken is pretty fire. Korean fried chicken is pretty fire.
Not KFC.
Not the Colonel. Not his
the Colonel?
not his 14 herbs and spices. No. Korean fried chicken is fire. And they do something crazy with their pizza and putting a sweet potato crust on the pizza. It's bananas. Where else am I going?
Let me interrupt you. So, I find it interesting. Korean fried chicken.
Mm-hmm.
The Korean people back in the day learned how to fry chicken from black people.
Absolutely.
Why do they have Korean fried chicken?
It's just
Not like that. I'm just saying, like, isn't that like
it's how they do it. It's the technique in which they do it.
it's the same?
It's some batter fry it. Some do the wet dry. In most traditional African American experiences, I know it's just straight dry batter. It's lightly moistened chicken with whatever and heavily seasoned and dropped in the grease. With them, I've seen some people use a vodka tempura and go into a flour mixture or a myriad of flours and fry it. So it's just a different crunch level, different flavor profile. Snowy,
but it
that's snow
starts
chicken.
with the with the base.
It starts with
then
yeah,
you just make it your own.
absolutely.
Okay. Your restaurant, the One Accord, what's it going to be again? What's the type of food?
It's going to be a steakhouse. It's going to be a steakhouse fusion restaurant. Southern soul. You can get some velouté. You can get a steak. You can get collard greens. You can get oxtails. You can get fried rice. But you also can get your crudités, your crudos. You can get those things there. It is going to be a nice matchup of high end and Southern meeting. It's going to be a high end casual spot. So you can put on jeans and a polo and come on out and have a good time.
One Accord. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Do you find it hard for you and your family to go out and eat? Are you like the food critics when you go out? I know me and my family are like that. We're just like, sometimes you leave going, I could have made this at home.
Yes and no, depending on if my kid is coming, yes, because he's worse than anybody.
Oh,
it's not good. He's gonna tell you that flat out. If it's just me, I'm a little bit more gracious.
Okay,
I get it. Yeah,
but it can be tricky.
Yes.
For you as a chef, when you go out, what's most important for your dining experience?
Service.
I was going to say service, the ambiance, atmosphere, or the food.
It's service.
I go with service because I realize any kitchen can have a bad day.
Facts. And on your best,
always be top notch.
On your best day, you can have a bad quality product, whatever the case may be. Some can turn, whatever. But you being a server, hostess, front facing, you have to show up and have to be pleasant. You have to be, all the things because you are the extension of what's coming out on the plate.
Yeah, because they don't see the chef in the kitchen. They just see you.
Absolutely.
And you represent the establishment, whatever it may be.
Yep.
Even if you're delivering pizza.
That part.
You still represent the pizza place.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you have bad service, I'm good. And I'm saying this, there are certain chicken places that are super mid, but they have great service.
Super mid.
Super mid.
I ain't talking about Holy Ghost chicken.
Read it between the lines on that one. It's mid, but they have great service. And then there are other people who are just not good at all.
All the way around.
All the way around. But their restaurants keep popping up. And I'm like, how do you keep popping up? They have amazing service.
Amazing, yeah.
Their food is just not good.
And people don't even know they go for the service.
Absolutely.
But they drive away like, let's go get something to eat.
That part.
I had a good time. Let's go.
That part. Like literally, you leave the spot like could have had a V8, but you went there because there was good service.
As a chef in the kitchen, does it bother you? So we're serving fried snapper, kimchi fried, rice with collard greens, and somebody says, "I want to order that, but could you leave out the collard greens and the kimchi?"
Absolutely. Why'd you order it? If you have an allergy, I get that, but why'd you order it? If you just wanted fried rice or white rice and fried fish, this is not the restaurant for you to come to. No, like this makes the dish.
This makes the dish.
Oh, like this is what the chef wanted to convey to you, or the team, the chef wanted to convey you to you on the plate, and this is their approach. So if you want to change their approach, go somewhere else.
Feels like put my heart on the plate. The customer says, "You don't love me."
That part. Let's go get me a divorce now. I'm good.
So get the divorce now.
Get me a divorce now. I'm good.
Wow. Is there something about being a chef that people think they know, but they really don't?
Everybody want to be a chef till it's time to clean up.
Till it's time to clean up. Everybody
want to be a chef until it's time to clean up.
They just want to make the food. They don't realize all of it.
They don't realize how much work goes into it. Before you get to a party or an event, you might have put in 6 hours worth of work. We cook the food. That's our outlet. That's our expression. We plate it. You eat it in 30 minutes. All those dishes got to get washed. All those plates got to get sanitized. All those pans got to get cleaned. Knives got to get sharpened. And all of that stuff goes into it. So after we leave the event, after you leave your plate, somebody's washing that dish. Somebody's washing that pot. Somebody's restocking that. It may have taken 20 minutes to cut all of these peppers for one dish.
Yeah.
Preparation, sanitation, and cleaning. Everybody want to be a chef, but nobody wants to put in that grunt work and then the administration of it all.
Yeah.
Price of food is like the stock market.
Up and down, up and down.
Up and down.
And they're trying to keep it balanced for the customer, so
absolutely
they're not always impacted. Sometimes you take a hit. Sometimes you take a hit
absolutely.
When you do an event because, like, I know I quoted you this, but this went up 20% since I gave you your quote.
And I got to take the hit.
You got to take the hit.
I got to take the hit. So we forecast your wedding for next year. We got to kind of see where that price point's going to land. We might add a 15% buffer, but then integrity says, "Hey, I didn't spend that money on your food. I got to get that back." You have to be honest in this business. That's what people are here for.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
And that's how you retain customers.
Absolutely.
Have you had a bad outing?
Absolutely. I just could not get it together in the kitchen. Like nothing came out burned. It just came out slow. I was lagging on everything. What did I do? Hey, I apologize for the night. Let me make up for it. A month and a half later, they had another dinner night. Everything went in for free. I took care of it. I was just at my best. I thought I was at my best that day. I wasn't.
Yeah, I've had one of those recently where the timing was just all off. Everything was, and then the variables that happen and it like kind of throws you and kind of puts you off your game a little bit. But hopefully, you get a chance to bounce back and recover.
Absolutely.
And do all of that. But it can be tricky. Sometimes you're only as good as your last event.
The only easy day was yesterday.
Yeah. So, I don't know. What's your favorite thing about being a chef?
The rock. That rock back. Once people get full.
That lean.
If you do that, I'm good. I don't need to ask, you gotta tell me if the food was good. You gotta tell me I did a great job. If I see that, we all right.
Because you already know.
I already know.
You're looking at them and you're just reminiscing about, I got that Salisbury steak. I got to go lay on the couch, Grandma.
That part.
Like,
yeah. Now
okay, I know that feeling.
I know that rock. I know that lean. So if I get that lean from you, I think we did our job.
Okay. As a chef, do you have your favorite tools of the trade?
Yes. My baby knife, my Diva. She carves up everything for me. It's my utility knife. I'm not a tong, like, precision guy.
Oh, you don't like those small pointy tongs and all that.
But I do have a pair of tongs, mini tongs from Chef Roll that they go with me everywhere. If I need to be that kind of guy, I can.
Yeah.
And I think my cleaver is that's my girl. She do all the heavy lifting. Yeah, my cleaver. That's my girl. One trader.
Okay. You have any custom knives or anything made for
yes,
for you?
my Diva and my cleaver. You know, those were pretty pricey tools. You got to take care. You got to buy great tools. You got to buy great products in order to put out great food. I think my Diva was about 600. My cleaver was about 12.
Okay.
I mean, hand forged, hand fired, hammered. One of my knives that I was using on here today came from Small Plates. It's a great knife. Yep, right here. Great knife. Cost me a good grip, but like this is Damascus blade. Very balanced.
Damascus steel.
Mm-hmm. Very balanced.
Is this what I think it is? Mm-hmm. This handle?
Yes.
Jade?
No. That's too. No. This is just a little resin. Let's not do that. I don't have that kind of money. No.
Yeah. You know, I like the balance. I like the notch. How do you
So I grip. I'm a top gripper here.
Top. Okay.
I use the tang. I use the indent, and I rock. I rock the entire way, or I chop down. So this right here is for me is.
And it's very nicely balanced.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that. What's your preference for sharpening?
I like whetstone.
Okay.
But the wheel gets it done faster.
Yeah, definitely.
The wheel gets it done so much faster.
The whetstone is when you just need to take out your frustrations.
Yes.
just
8,000, 4,000, 3,000, 2,000, and work it out. Yeah. But the wheel gets me done 30, 35 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not 2 days. Not 2 days.
Sore forearms, fingers cramping up. Yeah, no.
I'm going to ask you, do you have a favorite type of food?
My favorite type of okay, I can do tacos any day of the week.
Tacos, really?
I can do tacos any day of the week.
Beef tacos, turkey tacos, or you're gonna make your own version of a.
No, so bar taco in Atlanta, real tacos. I can't beat them. But if anybody,
you get the big sampler plate when you go to Real Taco, with everything on it.
Yes, no beef, no pork, but yes. But I'll do that with no problem. But then I'm a fiend for breakfast food.
Oh yeah, I love breakfast. My favorite
Pancakes are crispy edge pancakes with a little butter, some syrup.
Yeah,
I'm out of dough. I'm good.
Yeah, I love breakfast food.
Or my last, if you can do a fire ramen. Yeah, that's comfort food.
Since you love Asian food, have you been there?
No, I haven't been to Asia. The goal is to go in December. First stop will be Japan.
Okay. But you're looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
I mean, which food are you looking forward to?
Which food am I
ramen?
looking for?
Authentic Japanese ramen?
Japanese ramen, yes.
Sushi?
Sushi, but I think more so I'm looking forward to it's this pizza company in Japan. The guy has like 3 Michelin stars. You can't put in the online reservation. You have to get there that morning at like 10 o'clock and come back at 6.
Wow.
He sources everything. He makes his own flour.
Makes his own flour.
That part.
Did you know in the United States, in some places, it's illegal to grow wheat for us as consumers?
Really?
I found that out recently.
Capitalist.
Yeah. It's a lot of stuff we can't grow. Like a lot of foods and stuff we're not allowed to grow.
Capitalist.
Just American greed. I'm all right saying it. We're greedy.
Facts.
What you gonna do? Hey. But what else you got for me? What else you got going on?
Other than that, next year I should be dropping a cookbook. And then working on my son's ice cream line. So we got some things in the pipe.
Nice.
You know,
I'm gonna give you a copy of mine when it comes out.
appreciate it, good sir. Appreciate it, good sir. It's gonna be Daddy and Me cookbook, coloring book, cookbook. Me and my 4-year-old, we get in the kitchen and chop it up. Now he'll be 5 at that point, but yeah. So
I love that. I love family.
so
I like family things. Mine is a family cookbook.
heard that.
Large family.
Yeah.
The recipes are gonna be banana.
Yeah. Oh, look, I can't wait. And as soon as I get mine, we're gonna do like no more than 15, 20 recipes. You know, stuff that you can get in the kitchen and cook with your kid, or just for yourself. Simple, real easy recipes. Nothing overly complicated. You do not need marjoram or trying to figure out what episode is. Like, no, we're not doing it.
You could just use the Italian blend.
That part.
It's got marjoram in it.
Facts. Big facts. Big fact. Yeah. You can order everything off of Instacart and it'll get to you. So you know.
Phil, my man, I appreciate you stopping by.
Appreciate it, brother.
It's been real.
No.
Got to chop it up some more.
Hey, anytime I'm here.
All right.
Follow your boy, Small Bites Dining Company.
I was going to ask you, where can people find
My bad. But
where
follow
can
your
people
boy,
find you?
Small Bites Dining Company, IG. I'm only on IG on purpose.
You're not old enough for Facebook? That's funny.
No.
That was funny to me.
It's too. I saw my mom and my aunties on Facebook. I got off Facebook.
Not old enough for it yet.
Yeah, fact. Yeah. So follow me on IG. IG, you can get all my contact information in there. I'm not on TikTok. I don't walk around with my phone in my hand like that. I can't do content 24/7. That's why I got my nephew. He's a dope guy. But yeah, I can't. Follow me on IG. Small Bites Dining Company. Holla at me. Can't wait to see y'all. Can't wait to connect y'all. Holla at my man Vinny. Like, super dope guy. Wouldn't trade it for the world.
Do you do all kind of venues?
Absolutely.
Big, small?
Big, small. We do everything from quinceañeras to bar mitzvahs to parties. We there. From the A to the Bay, I promise you. I'm going to take care of you. Food is my love language. I would love to cook for you. Come holla at me. Small Bites Dining Company. Yeah, we here.
Look out for Chef Phil. He's doing big things coming up real soon. Listen, it is always our goal to share good people, good food, and good conversation. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for hanging out with us. We will see you next time.
Live long and prosper. Love y'all.